Did you play the IWA as a kid and never win a belt? Well, now's your chance. Feeling that midlife crisis creeping in? Don't have a ton of cash to blow? Want to go back to the 80s? Since 1985, the Imaginary Wrestling Association has been the #1 wrestling game in the universe. Forget these fly-by-night imitators, e-feds and booking simulators. The IWA has outlasted them all. It's 2025 and play-by-mail is here to stay. If you love wrestling, if you love creativity, if you've got the guts to step up to the challenge, then don't be a loser. Join today and become a champion. Go to playiwa.com right now. Once you start, you can't stop. Did you?
Competition of professional wrestling, featuring the top stars from the world's largest governing body, the National Wrestling Alliance.
Hello, I'm Charlie Platt. Welcome once again to Southeastern Television Wrestling. Great studio crowd with us today, and we have a lot of great action coming up. Pork Chop Cash will be taking on Jimmy Golden on television today. Also like to tell you the news about a loser leave mask versus mask match coming to the arena. Mr. Olympia against Mr. Russia. The Alabama April Adventure is set, and we'll have details later in the show.
I'd like to make one little comment out here. First of all, I believe that Mr. Olympia is a lot sicker than he claims he is to accept the match like that, but we've got it the way we want to. Now, let's see how much guts he has. Why don't we make this the end for either one of them? Let's do it into a lights-out match, and nobody can be blamed about nothing. It's not going to be sanctioned, and we're just going to have it the way it's supposed to be, like between men.
Well, now, that would have to be decided by Mr. Olympian. We'll have to make a couple of phone calls on that, I would think.
Well, you make your phone calls. You do anything you want. The only thing he has to do is one little added thing to it. A lights-out match, and let's see how much guts he has.
All right, King Louis and Mr. Russia coming out to add even more, as we just mentioned a moment ago. A loser leave mask versus mask match coming up in the arena, and King Louis would like to add a few stipulations to that one. Pork Chop Cash against Jimmy Golden, as we said on television. Bullet Bob Armstrong will be in action, along with Bill Ash against Les Freeman. You'll also be seeing the Nightmares in action, Mr. Olympia, and a host of others. Right now, let's go to the ring for our first match of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, this event is one fall with a 10-minute time limit. One fall, 10-minute time limit. Introducing, first of all, from South Carolina, the Superstar. And his opponent from Marietta, Georgia, the Continental Heavyweight Champion, Bullet Bob Armstrong. Bob Armstrong taking on the Superstar. This is our opening match on Southeastern Television Wrestling today.
Excuse me just a minute, Charlie. You know, I was back in the back putting my boots on. I had to finish putting them on. But I heard what they said and the stipulation that they want. Well, this is my time to prove that I'm ready and that I'm back here to stay. I'll take it because I want to prove to the people and myself. I take on the challenges. I've never been one to turn it down, and I will take that lights-out match.
Okay, you heard it from Mr. Olympia. He is accepting King Louis' challenge. Good takedown by Bob Armstrong on the Superstar. Collar and elbow. Good to, Superstar finding out what makes Bob Armstrong tick and why he is the Continental Heavyweight Champion. Good takedown into those head scissors. Good to see Larry Brock back with us. Larry has been absent for quite some time from Southeastern Championship Wrestling, not only here on television, but in the arenas. Very serious knee injury that required surgery. And good to have Larry back in action in that ring, refereeing the matches here on Southeastern Television Wrestling today. Armstrong being backed over into that turnbuckle by the Superstar, putting that knee in. Good connection to the jaw, and the Superstar begins to open fire on the Continental Heavyweight Champion. Armstrong now making his way back around, and there's a chop to the chest area. Armstrong with one to the jaw of the Superstar, and again takes his man up high. Atomic drop. And there's another chop from Bob Armstrong. being hurled into those ring ropes, and Armstrong going for the sleeper. Bob Armstrong going for the sleeper on the Superstar, beginning to apply the pressure. And it looks like this is going to be it. It is. The bell sounds. And the winner of our opening match today on Southeastern Television Wrestling, the Continental Heavyweight Champion, Bullet Bob Armstrong, taking it with the sleeper hold. And it's been a while since we've seen Bob use that particular maneuver, but he certainly does know what he's doing with it. As you noticed, he now attending to the Superstar, starting that circulation back, and the Superstar a bit groggy now. Bob Armstrong walks out the winner of the match on Southeastern Television Wrestling, the Continental Heavyweight Champion over the Superstar. A lot of great action still to come today. And coming out to join us again, King Louis in the stable.
We've heard that Mr. Olympia come back out here, didn't we?
He has accepted your challenge.
Did you feel the shakers in his voice? Did you feel the fear? Did you feel the fear? No, he is scared. He is, and I don't blame him. I would too. And you know, there's a lot of people that should be scared of that.
That's exactly right.
They're challenging us into
Texas death match.
Can you imagine that?
Texas death match. All 6 of us in the ring at the same time. Do they know what they're stepping into?
No, they don't. No, they don't
have any idea, brother. Anything goes, and that means that we can wipe them out. We can get rid of all this trash that we've been putting up with all this time. I'm going to tell you something, talking about trash. You remember how we crowned a certain person here a while back? He calls himself king.
And you know what? Maybe there's a lot of people didn't see that.
Yeah.
Maybe they didn't see
We'd
that.
like to see this film, Charlie Platt, where we crown Mr. Austin Idol king for a day.
Let's show
We're going to
Come on.
crown him.
I'm sorry, but Mr. Bob Geigel, the National Wrestling Alliance, has said, wait a minute.
They ain't showing no film today, Jack. I'm sick and tired of watching films for a long time. We ain't showing.
Let's wait just a minute. I think and his stable are now being escorted back to the dressing room.
The following are critical symptoms that indicate pressure on vital nerves that indicate a need for chiropractic care. The doctor of chiropractic urges you to listen to your body.
The following are critical symptoms that indicate spinal pressures and tensions on vital nerves and the need for chiropractic care. If you suffer with these or other symptoms, call the Chiropractic Center at 2700 Highland Avenue and 5771 Carmichael Parkway for your appointment. The phone number is 262-4877.
If you're looking for quality auto parts, there's one place that should pop into mind: Auto Shack. Because Auto Shack carries a full line of the best parts in auto parts. Bendix for brakes, TRW for chassis and engine parts, plus...
All right, guys, time for an audio check. Audio check. Hope everyone can hear me. Matt, say something earth-shattering, perhaps.
The Jets did not pick Shadur Sanders.
It's a waste.
They took an offensive lineman. So there it is. Sorry.
What a bunch.
That's my audio. Can everybody hear us out there? The Russian bot, can you hear us? That is not good to hear that Russian bot.
Talking about Russian bots, I just realized I'm not. I don't want to give any spoilers away and stuff, but I just recently realized that Steven Seagal is in fact Russian.
Yes.
And he's actually really close friends of Putin. And when I was going through his Wikipedia, I kind of realized it's like Luther Alexander is fucking Steven Seagal, like totally by accident. Like it's the same story. Like it's ridiculous.
Did Luther meet a young martial arts master's daughter and seduce her to get what he wanted and then dump her?
Would you be surprised if he didn't?
Well, that's what happened in real life.
I know.
I worked with a guy who 1 year for Halloween grew his hair out for a year to have the Steven Seagal ponytail.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Like Mason Storm. So good.
Like he had 3 good movies. Like, you know, Out for Justice I liked.
Well, those early movies were fun. They really were.
They were.
I remember seeing them in the theater. That's how old I am.
What was Out for Justice? What was the other one?
Hard to Kill.
Hard to Kill.
And
that's the one the wife gets killed and their titties are all out and shit.
What was the one with the Rastafarians?
It's probably the other one. Was it Mark for Death?
Yes, Mark for Death. Thank you.
He's ridiculous.
Let me tell you, when you go see that with somebody and your friend's dad
is a Rastafarian
and sounds just like them, it's so funny. He's like, "We don't talk like that." Jesus Christ! Oh man, my friend's he's gone now, but when I was a kid, his father had the thickest Caribbean accent, and he would like spit out 1,000,000 miles a minute, like words, and then go, "Hoo-ah!" And it would just be so funny. He'd be like, all right, man. Oh boy.
So guys in the chat, make sure you tell us who you are, who your wrestler is, and what leagues are you currently competing?
And of course, can you hear us?
That's the most. But where's Darren? God damn it, Darren.
Darren's down with a back injury, or more. He's battling it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Have you considered getting a backotomy? What's it called? Backotomy?
A what?
Backotomy?
Bacchiotomy?
Yeah.
No more back for him. Let's see if I can.
Hey, listen, I have back problems myself. I actually wanted to put cement in my back at one point, and I was like, hell no.
All right, just so you know, I checked on my phone and I could hear us. I could hear it.
Good.
So.
All right. So I think we'll start with Johnny B trivia.
Johnny B trivia. Let me pull this up again. I'm gonna make sure I can hear myself. That's probably important. Tap to unmute. All right, just so you know. Okay, there it is. I can hear myself. That's all that matters, really.
Yeah, no one wants to hear. No one wants to hear from me at all. So.
No. And
where's Scott? He's watching the draft.
He was, yeah. The Falcons.
Is it the Buffalo Wild Wings? What's he doing?
Defensive player. Of course, what show's complete was that an appearance.
Do you know I technically work for the Falcons? You know that, right?
You do?
Yeah, technically.
Why is that?
The guy who owns the Falcons owns my company too.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
So I get all like I'm trying to get like, hey, hopefully WrestleMania's in Atlanta, so I can go for free or some shit. And you get like stuff for like Mercedes-Benz Stadium and stuff. I got free admission to the Coca-Cola Museum.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Nice little bonus. Yeah. I know you're pissed. Get out of here.
Wow.
Yeah, she's like, what the fuck, dude? All right, appearance by the cat. Time for some Johnny B trivia. Controversial tonight. Controversial. Shush. All right, from Johnny B. Jr. In the 188th Tubecast, we, the viewers, received confirmation that the hosts have the ability to do their own volume checks without depending on Darren or other Russian bots. So don't accept any blame for not informing them of their problems when they record an entire show while muted, for they're perfectly capable of checking themselves before wrecking themselves. As we just saw, I just used my phone to do just that.
Sometimes I wreck myself before I check myself.
That's right. So
it's an Ice Cube
first
reference.
That's right. The first question of the night goes not to me, but to Alex. In that same broadcast, Matt mentioned an upcoming BBL event involving He-Man Hoban and 2 mystery partners, and he joked that Hoban would possibly show up with Abdullah Butcher and King Kong Brody. The very next episode featured footage of a match between Abdullah and Bruiser Brody. Was it a coincidence?
Have you ever worked? You never worked for IWA, have you?
No.
No.
They've asked me.
They've asked you?
Yeah.
And I lost you.
You didn't hear anything?
I did not.
Ah, you motherfucker. Hold on.
Oh, I see.
I don't know anybody.
Oh, hold on.
Oh my God! There it is.
Hold on, we go again.
I can see Abdullah now.
Have you ever worked? You never worked for IWA, have you?
There it is.
No.
No.
They've asked me.
They've asked you?
Yeah.
It's quality audio for
Quality audio.
show.
There you go.
All right. Oh, there it is. All right, and there it is. Oh shit. I think I named them because those are the 2 most fitting random partners that would just be perfect for He-Man Hogan to bring in.
They've done that all through their careers. Oh, mystery partner. Abdul the Butcher. He's done that 1,000 times. Same thing with Brody.
I'll fight anybody you want. Uh-oh.
Oh, it's just like, I don't care. Get anybody you want as a partner. It's fucking Brody. Everyone's like, oh shit. We're fucked.
Yeah. All right. So next up, Matt, and I've asked this before, and this is an important question for players. I've always asked this. I asked who they would prefer, the IWA, would prefer to receive one email with all the player submissions from all their leagues with everything clearly marked, or have managers send their correspondence in a league-by-league basis. Johnny B. Jr. says, Kim's preference is to have things kept as separate as possible, since it helps her prioritize which meshes to process next. It's a good idea to send trash talk separately from matches and strategies, since those are handled by different teams. I didn't know that.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Attachments can sometimes be missed when the body of an email contains items to be dealt with, but we've always tried to be as accommodating as we can in regards to how managers wish to submit their cycles play, so don't feel you need to change that works for you on Kim's account. I am one who will often do is I do my trash talk first, and I save it as a PDF. And then when I do my strategies like Sunday night, I save it as a PDF. I pack them together and ship them off. But I can just send them off these separately. That's fine too. So there you have it, folks. It does them good to have it be.
We want to make it as easy. IW had a rough cycle this cycle. We want to try to make it as easy as possible. They had a little rough go this cycle. It's okay. It happens.
I know I sent you guys a screenshot of my email where it's like, goal results. Hold on. Wait a minute. Not so fast. But wait, there's more. And all I could think of was it's school vacation week. They got the kids running around the office. Damn it, Jerry. Stop this shit. Kim's chomping a cigar. Get out of the room. You're making me mess up.
No, anyways. She would smoke. What was those the girl cigarettes that were really long?
Oh, Parliaments or
no?
So Virginia
Slims,
yeah. Hundreds. Can you tell I worked at a liquor store?
With the 4-inch ash at the end.
I used to have a lady come in. Give me some Pall Malls.
Oh, so gross.
She had the Pall Mall voice and everything. All right. And an old man, give me a half a 7 like a good boy, huh? He pounded. The next day came in, give me a half 7. You had a half 7 yesterday. Guy in the butcher section at the supermarket attached to the strip mall I worked at would always come in and buy a couple of nips. Drink those after your shift, and we'll call you 9 fingers. All right. Okay. Another query from Matt. Was the reason the 10 carpenters from our ad have never existed? Okay, I'm guessing he's voice to texting this. He must have meant jobbers.
No, carpenters is the name for a jobber, buddy.
Oh, is it?
Yes, it is.
Yep, there it is. So I'm not hip to the lingo. From our ad, never, so to speak, as regular jobbers in the NWL, Alex wanted to know if they could begin wearing NWO stable initials. Johnny B. Jr. says, Nuke. Sorry, I'll back up. Nook, not Nuke, the secret weapon at all, specialized in exhibition matches against wrestlers brand new to the game. Were they to be placed in a league alongside other jobbers, not only would it be a major demotion from their special status, but it would also mean more experienced players could challenge them, and they would be liable to get seriously injured. They're shockingly unaccustomed to facing off against anything over a 478 strategy total. Another roadblock is their records couldn't possibly be determined with any semblance of accuracy, and besides, don't they already work hard enough as it is? We could absolutely adorn their names with stable initials, but add something like NWO might cause confusion or give the wrong impression to new players. We're not affiliated with any real-life promotions, and we're not encouraging managers to create their own unique wrestlers, and want to encourage managers to create their own unique wrestlers and factions. I agree with that. If Alex feels strongly they should form their own group, might I suggest Derek's name, Pin Pals? After all, who wouldn't want to tangle with PP Big Ben? Oh boy. Another option would be PBT. You may recall in episode 163. I don't recall, but I'm sure it'll be terrifying if I do. I referred to our enhancement talent as permanent bottom 10, and the idea seemed to be well received. One more thought is that since the IWA can be just what the doctor ordered, these jobbers have no chance of ever holding a title. Perhaps their stable initials could be RX. I get that.
Wait till they start winning on pay-per-views, write-ups, and start doing next cycle.
Yes, that's right.
Big Ben's gonna win the national championship.
You're gonna put on the final boss.
Unbelievable.
That's right. No spoilers. So next question. Matt noted there's a player in the WTL who keeps creating new wrestlers in the league, using them in the bunkhouse brawl, then letting them go inactive, but reactivating them from time to time, and wonders if that ability to seemingly exceed the limit is some kind of loophole or just an oversight. The answer from Johnny B. Jr. is, the manager in question plays the game in a manner very much unlike any other player. For reasons that are unclear to us, he does engage in the type of behavior described, although, upon the introduction of his new wrestlers, his former grapplers are converted into jobbers, IWA jobbers. That is, he no longer owns their contracts. He follows this unusual pattern in every one of his leagues. Okay. He doesn't afford him any competitive advantage, quite possibly the opposite, in fact, but he must enjoy something about it or he wouldn't have been doing it for many years now. Wow. Since he abandons wrestlers become scrubs, if the commissioners of any of his leagues want them removed, we will happily comply. Rest assured that limits are enforced in every league and apply to all managers equally, and inactive wrestlers always count towards those limits. The game caters to all sorts of people, such as managers of Big Bad Bob and Backstabber, who, to the best of my knowledge, are not trolling anyone, so there are occasionally circumstances like this one which raise eyebrows. Again, we don't understand it either. And
fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, it's a thing, like, there was a player I won't name, but in the past, he would approach me and say, hey, I have this idea for a character, and pitch me this entire, like, arc, like, massive arc, and say, here's what I want to do. And I'd be like, oh, okay, that's pretty good. And then literally a week later, scrap that storyline and write me a whole other email and say, no, I want to do this. By the time the league deadline rolled around, he'd have 3 different ideas. And I would say, which one do you want to do? And he just, I'm not going to do it. And then he'd throw something completely different in there. And I changed my mind. And as a commissioner, that was super frustrating because you can't book around it.
No.
You know, and I've had other players in the past, and we've had them before, that kept constantly changing their name or their wrestlers. And it was like, I can't put you in a tournament if you're going to have a different guy completely, you know. But
well, here's the thing,
I'm
too.
glad that
we'll
there's
talk
no...
about it maybe a little bit later about patience. You know, having patience. And I know some guys like to work everything out in advance when it comes to, you know, feuds and what have you. But there's also elements of, like, reacting to what other players do.
Right.
So it's it's more like battle rapping, right? Like 8 Mile, right? So you're sitting there, you're like, especially when it comes to trash talk and stuff, it's like you want to react to what they're saying. You just don't want to just say your rap and not react to what they just said about you, right? You have to go. There has to be a back and forth that has to work. So it's just like I plan stuff out in an insane different kind of way, but it's like one of those choose your own adventure books, right? So I'll have 9 different things that I want to go, and then based on the reaction I get, I will pick one of those paths.
It is definitely a good thing to talk about, like the as far as like letting things develop.
Yeah, you gotta let something
not
go.
everyone,
You gotta have patience.
Yeah,
It's every 3 weeks. I don't know, like we're such in the society now where it's like we have that instant gratification like kind of deal. It slows everything way down. And I know like people who come from e-feds and stuff like that are just like, some of them are daily, like they're daily e-feds that they just all the time. And this is a little bit more slow, but you can take your time with it. And you can really like, kind of, you can write something and then change it and then just kind of, have it all set to go the way you want it. Taking the entire 3 weeks. You don't have to be a crazy person who's trying to do it all on Sunday night. You can. I've wrote like 6 or 7 TTs before I'm finished with it. You know what I mean? Like I'll change it.
Yeah.
And we'll like or like I'll miss something in something. Like I'll miss TT. Like I'll be reading like, oh, this guy said something about me. I have to add this now. Make sure you're reacting to everything.
It's like there was one thing I put a note. I have a little notebook that I always I use, and I write little notes in it as I'm at work so I don't forget. And like I put a note in there to mention that last cycle, Agent 26 at Punk Rock Mike did a promo off of the result of their tag match in the tournament, and Shaquille O'Neal got involved. And I was gonna have Shaquille O'Neal show up in a giant wheelchair and neck brace, and I forgot to do it. I just forgot to and just I'll have him show up at the pay-per-view.
I forgot to put in. I did this thing where Clarence Cochran did this. He's going to sue the CWL to make sure that Kamikaze defends the national championship in the NWL because he still has the belt. So, but I forgot to put that in my trash talk this cycle. So I put it in next cycle, and I completely forgot. Like I wrote it. Actually, I sent it to Jeremy. Man, I forgot to put it in there. I should have. So just like you gotta take your time with stuff to make sure that everything you want's in there.
Right. I think it's a good idea. Like,
and sometimes it's not a good idea to send your trash talk too early because sometimes you might get lost in the sauce.
Yeah. I mean, I would say like the weekend of is a good time.
You want to start it like mine are normally done. Like mine will be done probably by like next Tuesday. Like I'll be finished, unless I want to make any changes. But like the basically done. But I won't send it till like Thursday or Friday.
There it is. All right. Well, our next question. This is one of the like deep questions. All right. So, some time ago, a manager asked via the chat box, how many females have played the IWA?
69.
Good guess. The recent retirement of awesome Aaron Miller, owned by a female manager from Australia, makes this a good opportunity to address this question. Spoiler, we'll never have an exact number and probably not even a ballpark figure. It's difficult, if not impossible, to discern gender based solely on the first names. In our early years, a now well-known manager's successful career was just beginning to take off, and my father, the original Johnny B, mentioned in the IWA report how dominant the young lady had been. The shout-out prompted the player to send us an envelope containing a single page on which was written simply, I am a boy. Oh, certain names are largely associated with specific gender in the U.S., sometimes like with another gender in other parts of the world, such as the United Kingdom. Adding to the ambiguity. I love ambiguity. Ambiguity.
No diggity, no doubt.
No diggity. I'm not tired. You're tired. Is the fact that we have always done our best to respect our players' privacy, never requiring or even asking for more personal details than was strictly
we do have a lot of creepers, too.
Yes. And allowing people to play under aliases. In rare instances, even keeping their identities concealed from us. Oh, boy. I'd like to point out that we began protecting your privacy long before personal information became a much softer form of currency it is today. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they stole
Therefore,
my identity last week. I think I mentioned this.
Nice.
They tried to get me for $3,500 and a laptop from MSI. I'm like, why would you want my identity? My identity sucks. I don't even want
I
my
know.
identity.
I'm broke as shit. They stole my credit card like a month ago. I was like, great. Therefore, I can only speculate that in the past 2.5 years, there have been somewhere close to a dozen female managers in the New Wave League. One joined as recently as the April cycle. There are cases in which players have revealed that they were women. The earliest female player in memory, of course, called herself Miss Candy, and she would occasionally call my father at Idaho headquarters, which also happened to be our family home at the time. She was the only manager who spoke with original Johnny B. I did a couple times. Players continued calling once, and we had moved into an office building, but I still believe she's the only female to do so. A woman named Karen used her name initials as an alias, the letters KLT. Should be immediately recognized any old school manager because she made frequent report appearances during her years in the game. More recent examples include Jen Bialicki, Becky Lipoff, and the aforementioned Australian superstar who led one of her wrestlers into the Hall of Fame. She launched his career in the ACW. And how long has that league been around exactly? I couldn't possibly list all the females we've been fortunate enough to serve since there have been so many who either joined on their own or with their sisters, daughters, cousins, partners, or friends, or family member of our male members. Yep. Pause or Alex comment on the phrase male members. When Melvin Mayhem created the Wicked Wars League, he recruited not just a few, but several of his female friends, one of whom made an appearance in his WWL podcast. Last and potentially least, one young lady competed in the Attaway became Matt's very first girlfriend. That's right. Seriously, how amazing is my father's
Anderson?
Game? Yes. That I was able to help Matt connect with the only girl in human history who could actually tolerate his presence. That's right. And we're still good friends. She is. Her daughter is actually one of the best high school track students in the country.
Okay.
That's
great.
Yeah, she's really fast. It's funny because you watch the thing like, she is fast. So I would say this. There was a manager named Kathy Simmons from Iowa that I almost drove out to meet once because we hit it off years later.
Iowa, huh?
I don't know what happened to her. But there have not been many, but, I mean, it's good to know that. And I feel, we try to be welcoming, I think, or, I know we're kind of gruff and whatever, but we're just, about having fun with the game and people having fun. And encouraging, them to do well. So I always say if you know someone who wants to play the game, give it a try. Playoutaway.com. You could be like me and wear a Play Out Away hoodie to a wrestling event because I'm silly. Finally, I would like to conclude tonight's segment with a collective golf clap for Matt. Uh-oh. Not for hooking up with a manager of questionable taste, but for recently being gifted another belt. I was? This one was for the national title, and it's much, much nicer than he deserves. And it's also more proof that Scott can turn anyone into a champion. As for Alex, I ask that my fellow viewers give him a genuine round of applause because this manager of questionable taste, at least when it comes to computers and smartphones, somehow managed to pronounce the name Dakawandashe Bumbaye correctly for the first time ever. One has to wonder if he made the effort and Scott not been in attendance, but I'm proud of him nonetheless. Maybe next time he can tackle the challenging name Ohioan.
Ohioan?
I won a national title.
Did you? Congratulations.
I did. I didn't win the national title. Now I'm like, I don't think I won the national title. Uh-oh. Now I'm all like, I couldn't have missed that.
Imagine. Is the report page still up?
I'm going to look right now.
Unbelievable.
Sneak peek national. Not me. Green Ranger. No idea who that is. I will take a national title. I'm trying to think. Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yay.
I won. Actually, I've never won the national title.
Don't feel bad. I had a 470 fucking 2 or some shit this cycle. Fucking double the hold.
Yeah, how'd you pull that off?
I'm
back
a
5 or
moron.
front 10?
I'm trying some different stuff. I'm stupid.
What'd you do tactic? Well, Here's the first thing I do. I use 25 twice.
I think it was
Go,
33.
Jerry.
I think he hit 33
Go.
twice.
Oh, that's a me move.
Yeah, my
I
red
didn't talk.
scorpion, I think it was 487. Was
Oh my
much
gosh.
fucking better.
My beard doesn't show up as much. I let my beard grow out, but my mustache looks like all I have is a mustache. I look like Hangman and Page's like sad cousin. No, that's all right.
So, guys, before we move on,
yeah,
we are now an official affiliate of Design. So check out www.design, which is dzine.com, for all your AI generated photos. There's a link in the description, so you can sign up there. And I think what makes this a little bit different than some of the AI generated software that's out there is that you can have something called a constant character, that it will create the same character over and over again, based on up to 20 photos that you upload of that particular character. So obviously you'll see Luther Alexander there right now. This is actually going to be the cover of my ACW Trash Talk. But you can do anything. So, for example, all right, Matt, give me something that you want Luther to wear.
Oh boy, I want Luther to wear. I want him to wear a. Well, I don't want to waste one of your 20 things.
No, I have more than enough. I have.
Okay.
I have plenty.
I want him to dress as a New York Jets quarterback.
Okay. Dressed. And we'll see.
And I will tell you that when it comes to AI, one of the shortcomings has always been that you can't replicate that character.
This solves that problem.
I actually did a thing this cycle. I don't know if you saw it or not, but in multiple leagues, I submitted this promo from Victor Von Schnapp promoting the car keys on a pole match.
And Matt, what do you want him to be doing?
Can he be punching out Aaron Rodgers?
I could put punching. I don't think I can actually. I could put hitting another player.
Yeah. Nice.
In football field.
There you go. While we're waiting, I'll tell everybody to make sure that you sign up for the summer events, the IWAR summer events, the summer series, the King of the Ring, the Lethal Lottery, and
let's see. We're going to generate it right now. We're going to do this live, and we're going to generate it up right now.
Well,
you may continue.
See here. Drum roll, please. And there we go. And there we go.
Takes a minute. It's at 70% right now.
You son of a. Oh, don't forget too, the IWAR Super Show, including the what did I call it? The Great Timely Immediate Title Shot match.
Let's put no helmet on him. Hold on.
That's all right.
So you can see.
Now, do you have Luther saved as a character in there? I take it.
Yeah, I got a couple that I won't end up using a lot.
Yeah.
So you can do a bunch. Like Tracy's on there. I got Johnny Vegas.
Oh, I can see some of your. I see green for football field, so I'm guessing that's part of it. How about Luther Alexander killing the Pope? No, no.
So you can have up. I think it's up to 10 different characters. The one thing that hasn't done yet was the ability to put multiple characters in one scene. I'll probably be there soon. So there you go. This is Luther Alexander in a Jets jersey. There you go.
I don't see shit.
It's there.
We ain't found shit. Uh-oh.
I see it on my end.
Nope. Messed with the thing.
What was that?
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
All right. Number 50 even. All right.
So as we scroll through, like some of the ones that I've done, Luther on a boat.
I'm on a boat.
In the Kmart. As a Muppet.
Yes, I saw the Muppet one.
So again, it's a great tool if you want to have consistency in terms of your art style. You can actually create your own art style too by uploading other people's art style and making your own art style.
Oh boy!
So that can, what it does better than ChatGPT and some of the other ones is that it gives you a level of consistency.
What you're saying is you could upload Catfish Rob's artwork and then plagiarize it. Create a
you could do your own Catfish Rob style.
The Mechagodzilla artwork of Catfish Rob. All right, there it is. Well, now you know.
So there's some others these are some other ones that we've done.
Well, all right. Well, that's and that what was it called again? That product?
The site is called design.ai.
How do you spell that?
Design is DZINE.
All right.
And it would make inappropriate ones too. We're not going to show those.
But, all right.
It doesn't do it. So when I do Tracy pictures sometimes, because she doesn't wear a lot of clothes, it would just make
forget to clothe
stuff inappropriate by accident.
All right.
If that makes any sense?
Yeah.
So it's something that you have to be just mindful of. But yeah. So again, I have a bunch of people that I want to make a lot of pictures of, and you can do that, a ton of different things. So guys, check it out. There's a link in the description if you're interested. If you're looking to do some AI artwork, it makes it a lot easier for you.
There you go. There it is.
There it is.
All right. Well,
I see Darren's in the chat.
Yeah.
He's probably in traction though right
now. That's all right. One is watching. He's gone. That's all right. Oh.
All right. So where are we starting today?
Let's see. How about ACW?
ACW. I'll do that one.
Do it alphabetically. Boom.
Okay. ACW, All American Championship Wrestling, or the ACW is what I call it. Let's wait for it to load up here. Okay, All American Championship Wrestling, number 6, spring 2025. League champion, Texas, Jesse Tombstone. American Territories champion, Swamp Sock Jr. New England champion, Happy Meal. Atlantic Coast champion, Starlight. Great Lakes champion, Garfield Lasagna. Smoky Mountain champion, Shotgun James Carnage. Deep South champion, Ravishing Dick Dude. Gulf Coast champion, Jawbone Jack. Texas Heartland champion, Wayman Miller. Rocky Mountain champion, Scurvy Jones. Desert States champion, Steel Sampson. Pacific Coast champion, Mud Mud. ACW League Tag Team champion, Starlight and Dick Dude. American Territories Tag Team champions, The Greatest American Hero and Eric the Altrusian. ACW League 6-man champions, Jawbone Jack, Tormented Timmy, and Steel Sampson. American Territories 6-man champions, Shotgun James Carter's Blackjack Robertson, Texas Jesse Tombstone, the Regulators, and your Battle Royal winner, Garfield Lasagna. So what's going down in the ACW? We do have our next pay-per-view coming up shortly, which I believe is what's it called? The Great American Bash. It will be in Citizen Bank Park in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Although I don't think Pennsylvania's initials are PN, but who knows? They may have changed it, not told anybody. It is Philadelphia.
It was PN News.
PN News, yes.
Yeah, he's from Philly.
He is? Yeah.
He is now.
So, not to go off track, but I have to tell this story. Back in the day, BET, the Black Entertainment Television Network, wanted to have a couple of African American wrestlers from WCW to appear on one of their shows.
Okay.
And they were sent PN News and Johnny B. Bad. Neither who are black.
Oh boy. Wow. That's
WCW, everybody.
Yeah.
Kingston Ice Train, maybe Harlem Heats. No.
Right. Yeah. They weren't available.
Couldn't do that. Hard Work Bobby Walker. No, nothing.
Ranger Ross.
Ranger Ross. He went to jail though for
Did
robbing
he?
banks.
What did he do?
Robbed the bank.
No.
Yeah.
He robbed a bank?
Robbed the bank.
Wow.
Apparently he used his military training to rob a bank.
He didn't use that sweet WCW money to keep going.
No, I don't think they paid him a lot of money.
Yeah. Yikes.
So guys, make sure
All
you
right.
read the declaration. That is the recap for the ACW. You get all your latest ACW news. Again, for a brand new league, it's pretty hot to trot, to be honest. It's about 56 pages long on this report. So,
wow.
Yeah, no, it's good stuff all around. Good job, everybody. You know, we're coming off the pay-per-view, so you're going to kind of reset and reloading and getting new feuds heading into that pay-per-view. So make sure you guys talk it up, because that's going to be a big deal. You got to talk up these pay-per-views. This is why we have them. So,
or else.
That's it.
All right, so next league, BBL?
BBL, the Brazilian Butt Lift League.
Yes, it is.
All right,
so,
go for it.
Tour number 567. Bloodbath League champion. Retaining the belt and winning 10 free matches, Con Madigan. The TV champion winning 5 free matches, Machine. Central Plains champion, El Mascarado. East Coast champion, Decapitator. Great Lakes champion, Couple Punishment. Or Corporal Punishment.
Yeah, that's fair.
But Couples Punishment sounds better too.
That sounds like a good time.
Champion, the Bad Man. Northeast champion, TJ Maximum. Which he sounds like one of the guys that'd be on American Gladiators.
Yeah. Right next to Laser and Nitro.
That's right.
And Gemini
Pacific
was my
Northwest
favorite.
champion, Tomax Firefly. Rocky Mountain champion from the Battle Royal, Mr. Smythe. Southeast champion, Sultan Bloodspill. Southwest champion, Tombstone. And West Coast champion, Vengeance. Sorry, I just had an idea. Gonna write this down before I forget. Tag champions, Dominant Factor Rage, Dominant Factor Fury. TV tag champions, Machine and Tomax Firefly. 6-man champions, Chili Releno, Tacosaurus Rex, and the Guacamole Kid. The Taco Stand. TV 6-man champions.
First of all, guacamole doesn't taste like anything.
Does it? No?
I hate guacamole.
I
hate avocados.
Do you really? Nice.
I do.
Good for you. Me too.
Fuck that shit. Just saying.
Oh, man.
And I love a good burrito. I will not put guacamole on it,
No?
though.
No. Wow. Let's see. 6-man champions. TV 6-man doctor. Machine, El Mascardo, and Tomax Firefly. And the Battle Royal winner, winning 22 free BBL matches machine. And I haven't looked at the TT yet, so I can't tell you what's going on. But I do know this was cycle 567 or tour, I should say.
Do we want to officially make it tour?
Sometimes that's fine.
Like, I think that should have been on the list of suggestions. Which we probably have to talk about that.
What, the suggestions from that post?
From the post, yeah.
We can. I mean, I can talk about what the results were. We can get that later on.
I voted.
Did you?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't. I just, the last time I got involved in a voting thing was when they wanted to put the battle royal holds like permanently at certain numbers, and I was like, no, half the fun of it or half the challenge is you don't know the holds are going to be.
Yeah.
And my other thing was that because the way the game works, there would be players who would just solely count on those kind of holds and make the wrestlers, whatever. Anyways, I was told by the commissioner to mention a new belt he's making for the BBL, and that is a new commission I'll call the 5-10 Championship. You have to either have 500 or fewer matches, 10 or fewer stars, and trash talk, and the winner will be crowned at the Bloody Beach Brawl, which is coming up. I believe it's like right around the corner. June cycle, so yeah, right around the corner. And the aforementioned War Pig and 2 members of RFD versus He-Man Hoven and 2 mystery opponents is on there. So yes, that'll be great. And that's kind of cool because if you've come in the league and you're like, oh, I can't really get in the commissioner scene, it's too tough. No, you got chances. So next up, do you want to do the you want to do the BRL or?
I'm not going to do the BRL, but we'll skip around a little bit.
All right, where do you want to go?
Let's go
NWL?
CWL.
CWL, all right, bang it up.
Let me load it up. These PDFs are taking them forever to load up. I think it's because I'm streaming the window. It takes a second.
That's all right.
It's weird. Yeah. So I feel that I'm personally insulted at the concept of a wrap because I feel that's cultural appropriation. It's a burrito, and you guys put grilled chicken in there, and like collard greens and carrots, and you call it a wrap, when in reality it's a burrito. I take offense to that. So stop doing that shit. Continental Wrestling League number 337, spring 2025. League champion Barry USA Stevens doesn't deserve it.
Damn
TV
right.
champion Thrash. United States champion Zodiac Horoscope. Yukon champion. Then the Indy Nyes.
The Indus Nye.
The Indus Nye.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Okay. Caribbean champion Doug's big blind brother Craig. Amazon Basin champion Ripper Heyman. British Isles champion Borg Genesis. Arabian champion Titus Castle. South African champion Battle Axe. Siberian champions Red Scorpion's friend Doug. East Asian champion Armageddon. Oceanic champion Cobra. League tag team champions Titanius and Titus Castle. TV tag team champions Anu Starts and They Indy Knives. A League 6-man champion Axel Alex and Alex von Schnaps. TV 6-man champions The Major Benny Factor, Nature Boy Phil Landers, and The Genuine Artificial.
Yep.
Battle Royal winners winning 25 free CWL matches, Titus Castle. You guys may be wondering why I never say stable issues, because I don't. It's a weird concept for me.
No, it's fine. I don't do it either right now. The results.
It's like it goes back to the alphabet soup and 4-H Tully Blanchard.
Yes. Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah, the 4-H. Yeah.
What was my whole argument? It's like, if they don't know that your wrestler's in a stable, are you really in a stable?
Right. I have a note I wrote here to myself. Add to IWAR, and I can't read what I wrote. Oh well. We'll never know, I guess. All right. So CWL, yes, lots going on. But where you want to go next? Do you want to go to BRL?
Well, before we go, is what I was saying. There's a Brawl for All Fallout, so make sure you guys check that out. There's executive orders, and the next pay per view will be called Executive Order. That'll be coming out soon. Make sure you read the Blaze for your recaps of all your CWL action, and again, CWL overall, so it's top notch. Again, 59 pages, really good, great TT, and I think Jeremy was happy to see all the new tag teams in the CWL.
Yes.
So guys, keep up the great work, and we should go to. You want to do BRL now?
Sure. Let's see here. BRL. All right, there you are. Okay. Bulletin number 635. League champion, author of Agony, LePage Turner, winning $25 in IWA credit. The Battle Royal winner. I do deserve it.
You do not. It was a gift.
You know what's funny is Turner's won a couple of championships in the BRL where like he didn't have the highest strategy in the league, and he wasn't the only one with a score, but he won the title. It's like, yeah, stick to the man. Battle Royal winner, also winning $25 in IWA credit, Dixon Ticonderoga. The tag champions, Mad Max Red Wolf and El Barbero. TV tag champions, the Armed Forces, He-Man Hoven and Total Package, U.S. Mail. The six-man champions retaining the belts and winning 5 free matches, the Mannequins 1, 2, and 3. And the BRL TV six-man champions, Mad Max Red Wolf, El Barbero, and Fatty the Butcher. The TV champion, Hawaiian Heartthrob, Central Plains, Hollywood, DVS. East Coast champion, Dark Danger. Great Lakes champion, Flashy Jack Ferdinand. Middle-East champion, Steel Cut Oats. Northeast champion, Sabretooth. Pacific Northwest champion, Dixon Ticonderoga. Rocky Mountains champion, Uncle McAllister. Southeast champion, Monster Truck Tanaka. Southwest champion, Hillbilly Kevin. And West Coast champion, Fenris. So those are the results from the BRL Bulletin 635. Next cycle, of course, is the results cycle that will be what we write 636 over.
Nice.
So the matches will be happening this coming cycle. Just stay active. That's all I can tell you. Stay active, and you should be fine.
Pay attention.
Yeah, just if you stay active. So we had at the Magic Bash 25 show, there is a ladder match, and the ladder match is comprised of 6 BRL stars. So of those BRL stars, we had going head to head. The results were Dixon Ticonderoga defeated American Nightmare Jackson Icarus. Dungeon Master Sheldon Shrew defeated Jumping Jack Flash. Flashy Jack Ferdinand, I believe, was defeated by Uncle McAllister. Let me pull it up. Gotta pull this up. Damn, kids. There you go. And Uncle McAllister defeated Flash Jack Ferdinand. Hawaiian Heartthrob defeated Squeakums the Clown. American Destroyer defeated Joe Tusa. And Sabretooth defeated Lex Stevenson. And those wrestlers that did not win, we set up in 2 6-man teams. They'll go head to head. And of those teams, the 3 that win will be made entrance into the Last Blood Battle Royal at Autumn Anarchy. So you have that to look forward to. So that's the BRL right there. Yep.
I dig that.
Yes. Where would you like to go next?
Let's go to IWL.
There you go.
See how fast I get this to load up for me. This was loaded up pretty fast.
Nice.
Independent Wrestling League number 207. League champion Mike Rampage Sanders. Television champion The Lizard King. New York City champion Joe Boring. Los Angeles champion The Dream Atari. Boston champion Father Arturo Bartolo. Detroit champion Uncle Slam. Cleveland champion Americano Hank Hinkle. Dallas champion The Baddest American Hiker Cliff Everest. Memphis champion Sam Hain. Miami champion Axel Von Schnapp. San Francisco champion Al Gore Blackstar. Chicago champion Americano Buddy Donner. League tag team champions Axel Van Schnapp and Alex Von Schnapp. TV tag team champions Americano Hank Henkel and Americano Buddy Donner. The league six-man champion Axel Alec and Alex Von Schnapp. TV six-man champion Suyu Pai wins Detroit and on points Edward Potteron. Battle Royal winner winning 43 free IWL matches Mike Rampage Sanders.
Good run for him.
Yeah, man. Again, another fantastic amount of trash talk in this league. So, guys, just keep up the great work. And I know you guys are coming off a pay-per-view, and you guys are resetting for the next one. So, yeah, just keep it up.
There it is.
There it is.
All right. So, want to do BWL next?
BWL.
All right. This is bulletin number 52. The Black Widow champion, Golden Girl, Gina Colada. The television champion, Veruca Salt. The Battle Royal winner, also Veruca Salt. The Japan Idol champion, Bandita. The Joshi champion, Black Soul, Lizzie Robin. Zenjo champion, Wildfire, Betty Red. Luchadors champion, Rachel Van Dorn. Cholitas champion, FAO Shaughnessy. Bellatrix champion, Jersey Jen Grapevine. The Mascara champion, Beatrix Van Chaos. Hollywood champion, Betty the New. Sin City champion, Mother D. And Willow champion, Queen of the Ring, Aria Gunpowder. So, there it is.
There it is.
And we're about 3 more cycles away. Let me look it up here. Where is the next show? It's coming up. Oh, there's time. So just get your trash talk in there, you jerkies. There it is.
Okay, next up, NWL, National Wrestling League, Bulletin 234. League champions Lila Chaladrina, TV champion the Notorious Jesus, Central Plains champion El Luchador Americano, East Coast champion Gary Morris, Great Lakes champion Dmitry Tokarov, Mid-Atlantic champion Brian Clothier, Northeast champion Rusty Change, Pacific Northwest champion Mark the Fan Botch, Rocky Mountain champion Super Mikamins, Southeast champion Vladimir Volkov, Southwest champion Arcane, West Coast champion Mad Dog Henry Healer, League tag team champions Super Mikamins and Lila Chiladrina, TV tag team champions Rusty Chains and Arcane, League six-man champions Rusty Chains, Mad Dog Henry Healer, and Arcane, TV six-man champion Super McManus, Lila Chaladrina, and Notorious Jesus, and your Battle Royal winner Brian Clothier. So, Matt, I'm kind of concerned. So, other than our champions, I think we have 2 wrestlers that are active that's in our ranking.
Yes.
So one
yeah,
and
it's
two.
Definitely a dry spell for that.
It's a dry spell, but it's picked up in the past, so I'm sure some of these people will be active again, and hopefully we'll get some new people in. So again, I'm looking forward to that. Again, guys, if you have bios, please send them over to me so I can get those in. Just keep that in mind. Our next pay-per-view will be the Rumble in the Bronx. All active wrestlers will be able to go into the Rumble in the Bronx match, which is a battle royal with an elevated ring. This is about 15 feet in the air. On the outside will be barbed wire, thumbtacks, panes of broken glass, live scorpions, attack with piranhas, and and all kinds of other stuff that you don't get thrown into. So again, guys, careers might be ended in this match. You'll never know. The winner will get a shot at the national championship at the next
Right.
pay-per-view, which will be School Days. So just keep that in mind.
School Days. Okay.
That's what it's called. Is it based
All right.
on the Spike Lee joint? It is. So.
Oh, I know. I was going to mention in the NWL stuff, we want to do the All Rookie Cup, so we want to try to get that going.
Yeah.
So that might be a little challenging, but we're going to try to make it work. So
we'll do what we can. Again, I guess I'll announce some matches for the Rumble in the Bronx. I guess some of you guys are excited. So it will be Kamikaze defending the national championship against the Notorious Jesus. Fish Fam will be defending the national tag team championship against the Russians. We will have Ozzy Deathstrike defending the Grand Prix championship against Gary Morris. Arcane will take on Brian Clothier, and El Americano, El Luchador Americano will be taking on Magnum TA. So those are your matches so far for the Rumble in the Bronx. Again, as always, card is subject to change.
yeah.
All right, where do you want to go next? KHL?
What would you say?
KHL?
KHL, yeah. How about the
We have Western
RTL?
Trails, right?
Fine. RTL.
RTL. Okay.
All right. So, all right. League champion. This is number 38. Vagabond retaining. Which, actually, I got to update my screen here because I had the old bulletin up. I was like, wow, that says April. It's loading, and it's loading, and it's loading. I'm not sure I got the right people out there. So, yes, Vagabond winning 10 free matches for retaining.
Son of a bitch.
Yep.
What a loser.
Vagabond. The homeless hero. League tag champions, Vagabond and Chief Moose Crossfox. And the six-man champions winning 5 free matches, Motormouth Brody Piper, Lance Black Wolf, and Chief Moose Crossfox. The TV champion, again, is Michael Martin Jr. Central Plains champion is, you're going to like this name. Ready, Alex? Disgruntled shoe salesman, Arch Heel.
Nice.
There you go. East Coast champion, Uncle Slow-Mo. Great Lakes champion, Granger Wesson. Middle East champion, Chief Moose Crossfox. Northeast champion, Lane Shaddix. Pacific Northwest champion, Ezal. Rocky Mountain champion, Graveyard Dog. Southeast champion, Xander Thane. Southwest champion, Ichikawa. West Coast champion, Money Mike. The TV tag champions, Carnage Dodge and Jello Duckins. And the TV six-man champions, Michael Martin Jr., Carnage Dodge, and Jello Duckins. And the Battle Royal winner winning 10 free RTL matches, Michael Martin Jr.
All right, man. I dig it. Let's see.
There it is. Do you want to take the WTL?
Yep, I'm loading it up now.
All right.
All right, Western Trails League, number 109. Western Frontier champion, Trucker Van Leer. Lone Star champion, Picasso. Central Plains champion, Ill-Gotten Gains. Mexico champion, Outlaw Ace and Eights. Dodge City champion, Cowboy Schlitz. Tombstone champion, President Carter. Prairie View champion, Mr. Pennynickel. Widowmaker champion, Nasty Neil O'Donnell. Badass champion, Dolphin Baylor. Cripple Creek champion, Lance Pan. Southwest champion, Nat J. Love. Chisholm Trail champion, Ruby Soho Up. Western Frontier Tag Team champions winning 5 free matches, Picasso and Mange. Lone Star Tag Team champions, the Reprobate, Lanny Teague and Trucker Van Leer. Western Frontier 6-man champions, The wild card, Billy Buckshots, the Brains, Bo Buckshot, and Benji Buckshots. Lone Star six-man champions, Steve Boston, Chainsaw Chuck, and Super Dragon. Bunkhouse Brawl winner is President Carter. Is it Jimmy? Jimmy Carter?
I don't know. It'd be amazing if it was. So there you have it. Yeah.
There it is. I don't know if Darren had any notes for this league.
I didn't see it this time, but
okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, you want to do the IWAR roundup before we get out of here?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So, first of all, a note to all the guys or folks running female wrestlers. You have He-Man Hoban with his horrible, wonderful chance, where there is an opportunity to become the essential Money in the Bank champion. You have a Money in the Bank briefcase, and you can use it to cash in and face the IWAR Women's Champion when you're ready. The catch is that if you lose the match, you might end up as the person being He-Man Hoban's valet for a year.
And no one wants to do that.
Risk reward. We're still adding matches to the Super Show, the IWAR Super Show. And one person wrote to me and said, hey, I want my wrestler against this guy in this kind of match. And the first thing I thought of was there's been no interaction between the two wrestlers at all. Not a bit. So my first thought was, why do you want this match? And then there was other matches. So what I would suggest, and what we're trying to do, is get the commissioners to book the show. So you want to get people involved, but it's going to be a tight show in a sense, and we're not going to have like 8,000 matches. It's going to be probably 9, maybe 12 matches. But we're going to have an IWAR title defense, a Revolution defense. We're going to have the finals of the IWAR draft because it's a 3-way tie for the honor of winning it. So they're going to face off in a triple threat match. We have the Hoban inspired match, which, did you see what the titles is, Alex?
No, I haven't seen it.
Okay. I think you need to go to page 4. I'm sorry, page 3 of the IWAR magazine.
Page 3 of the IWAR magazine.
Yes.
Let's see.
And let's see the wonderful suplex image that you graciously created. Yeah. And you'll see, basically Suplex comes out and says, hey, there's this match coming up. It's going to have a chance to win this. But you should know that there was legal work by the litigators that were hired by a wrestler who had this slot in the match already taken. So to work it out. And then, of course, the music hits, and it's He-Man Hoban, who is just not very popular. And he comes out and basically says you can't use Money in the Bank because Money in the Bank is IP from a different company. So he has a new name for it, and so he's telling her, you're gonna have the initials on the briefcase, and instead of MITB, it's gonna be the great, and then it's timely, immediate title shot. So great TITS.
Wonderful.
True He-Man Hoban fashion.
Very, very Vince Russo.
You're welcome. I'll never forget when they had the hot lesbian action thing. That was fun.
They got over too, which is
that was like I remember that was one of those moments where my friends, well, now wife, who knew we watched wrestling, walked in and was like, "What are you watching? We have lesbian action." The formerly Best of the Best is now called Clash of Champions, which makes more sense because all the representatives from the IWAR leagues are their league's commissioner champion. And in the first series, number 18, that we ran that way, the winner was Nature Boy Phil Landers. This coming cycle, he will challenge Mike freaking Mason for the IWAR championship. And the winner, of course, will go on to the IWAR Super Show. Now, the IWAR Super Show, we're looking actually to put it in June. Most likely the 22nd, because that way I won't be spending all my life writing for 4 different pay-per-views in one cycle. That would be insane. So bear with me. So updates on the events. So First, the Lethal Lottery finished, and that came down to a 1-point difference. Did I do that right? I did. Okay, here it is. The third place team was Highlight of the Night, Johnny Vegas, Hypnotic, and Texas Jesse Tombstone. Second place went to Punk Rock Mike, Rusty Chains, and Sean Cordova with a 1483 combined strat. And the winners with a 1484 were Kamikaze, Squeakums the Clown, and the legend Buzz Prescott. So they will challenge the IWAR World 6-man champions in this coming cycle.
That goddamn
under
scapegoat.
trifecta rules. Yes. The Murano came down to 3 matches, and one was a tiebreaker. That was the Hank Henkel and Buddy Donner were defeated by Scapegoat and Kamikaze. They had the same score, but the previous cycle, the other team had a higher score. So Henkel and Donner are done. So Scapegoat and Kamikaze are 1/3 of the final. The McFlahertys took on Destruction Crew, which is Mike Zenith and Shane Gloom, and they had a better score, 514 to 512. So Mike Zenith and Shane Gloom are in the finals. And then Vin Perez and AJ Singh had a 505, and the Von Schnapps had a 515. So the Von Schnapps will face Destruction Crew and Scapegoat and Kamikaze, and that's your final for the Murano. So I remember first place will earn $28 in out-of-bid credit. Second place gets 12. Third place gets 8. So have at it, gentlemen, folks. In the Johnny B Cup, we had really good matches. LePage Turner defeated Ravishing Dick Dude, so Turner's one of the semifinalists. Xavier the Beast defeated Hillbilly Kevin in a tiebreaker. And then Suyu Pai was defeated by Cowboy Schlitz. And then the next brackets were the legend Buzz Prescott was defeated by A.O. Bloodthorn. Killer Khan was defeated by Punk Rock Mike. And Starlight defeated Kamikaze. So your final is a trio match here. 3 singles matches. And those winners will go on to a triple threat match of the final. So it's Author of Agony, LePage Turner against Xavier the Beast. It is Cowboy Schlitz against A.O. Bloodthorn. And Punk Rock Mike against Starlight. So the winners of each of those matches will then face off in the finals. So no pressure. Summer events coming up. The Summer Series is coming up. We have the King of the Ring. We have the Elite Trios Tournament. I was asked about joining that, and that's an invitational. So basically, if you're one of the top 6-man teams in the IWAR, you'll most likely get an invite. Then we have the Lethal Lottery Tag Tournament. That, again, is just random partners. If you want in, let us know. So there's that. So that's kind of what's going on. How about that?
I dig it, man. I dig it.
Boom.
All right, guys. So it seems like we are officially out of time. So for Matt Riley, I'm Alex G.